for joining. So today we're just going to take a quick look at how to candle an egg exactly. Every hatch kit comes with a flashlight. This one is the smaller model, and there's also a larger model that some of the hatch kits have. I haven't found any issues using the smaller model. It's what we're going to use today. I know that you're looking at my alpaca sweater right now. The incubator that we're taking a look at, the temperature is not consistent enough for it to be in circulation right now, so I'm using it myself. I'm doing a test hatch in it just for fertility of the eggs, not for function of the incubator, and I'm able to just work with it at home well enough to make it work. But I've got a sweater on it on top of the 3 towels that are on it to keep the temperature consistent, because this morning we had a power outage, so just to add to that consistency, and consistency of course is key in incubation, so I want to make sure that everything stays as consistent as possible. And when the power did come back on, I didn't get any low temp alarms or anything like that, so that made me very happy. But we're just going to pop this off, and underneath all of this is a Brinsea 24 Maxi. Let's just move that a little closer. And I think the reason that it's called a 24 is because it holds 24 chicken eggs. Today we're taking a look at duck eggs. Duck eggs take a week longer to incubate, so the process is exactly the same, just the timeline is a little bit different. And here we go. So I need to turn off the lights to do this. I did wait for the sun to go down a little bit so it would be dark enough that we would be successful, but we're going to try it out. I just need to turn off the light 1 second. Alright, so when we're candling our eggs, it's important to do to make sure we know what's going on, but at the same time you don't want to do it too often because, like I said, consistency is key. So the more often you do this, the more inconsistency you create in the temperature of the incubator, which is a problem. But here we go. Let's pop the top off and let's take a look. So these ones are on day 8 of incubation. So let's just take a look at what's going on. So I turn on my flashlight. Now all eggs are slightly tapered, so we're going to look for the wider end of the egg, basically the base, and we're just going to shine a light through there. And as you can see, my supplier put the date of hatch on these, and my light is shining so brightly that you can't actually see very much of what's going on, but you can kind of see by my thumb there some of the veining that's happening. Let's see, there we go. So you can see that there's veining happening and there's development happening there. So we know that this egg is solid. We're good to go. And if you do this a few times over time, you see the development. As they get closer to hatch, eventually the hatchling will fill up the entire egg. And if you do this really close to hatch, which really you shouldn't be doing, then it's completely solid. So I'll just do another one. I'm not going to do all of them. I did all of them recently. This is for learning purposes. You can see again, you can see the embryo is right here, and you can see all of the veining coming out from the embryo, which is exactly what we're looking for. There we go. Do one more. Now we're going to put the lid back on this. The eggs are unwashed. They have to be unwashed just like with chickens because they have bloom on them, which is a protective layer to keep bacteria out of the egg, and we don't want to wash that off, of course, because of our interest in a maximal hatch rate here. So if you're doing this again, hand hygiene is super important. And again, there you can see that there's development happening. You can see the veins, you can see the embryo is growing. You can actually see the eyeball of the embryo is starting to develop there, which is really great. That's exactly what we're looking for. When we're doing this, we want to be quick so that we, again, keep things as consistent as possible. So I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to pop the top back on. And that is how we candle our eggs. Thanks for stopping by, and happy hatching. Ooh, ooh.